Hey, and welcome to the channel. It's a frosty morning. It's a very frosty morning. Put that right up like that. Well, you know, I've not cleaned up. I did clean the window, but I didn't use. Very bad, organised. I haven't done a very good job of that, have I? So I've got frosty. Good morning, everybody. John Prescott has died, and it's quite a coincidence he's died just as Jaguar's dying. Rest in peace, John Prescott, and rest in peace, Jaguar. John Prescott was alright. He should have punched Tony Blair, not the guy that threw the egg at him. But well, you know, he liked his food. So here we are. It's frosty up until 10 o'clock. Apparently there's a weather warning. It does look pretty icy out there. Oh yes, look at that. That's going well, isn't it? Yesterday did a few videos. Went up to the housing scheme at Windsor Milton. What else would we do? Did quite a bit of. I got a chainsaw out yesterday. Did a bit of cutting the wood up. I need to get the big pile sorted out. It's going to take a while. It's looking grim for Edinburgh this Saturday. Climate exchange. The weather at this time of year can be a hassle. I'm not too confident about it. Wow, that's really going, isn't it? Wow. Wow, look at that. That's really good. Oh wow. That is going. Yeah, that's a firelighting session. Well, this is quite a good firelighting session, this. So, what else is going on? Yeah, so the thing about Jaguar, I got involved with some arguments with people last night about that. The internet was getting a bit divisive yesterday. As what normally happens, you get split into two camps. And there was stories going out about Clarkson, Jeremy Clarkson and Victoria Derbyshire with a completely different perspective on exactly the same video. So you chose which one you were going to pick. So obviously I'm with Clarkson, so I support farmers. I don't support numpties like Starmer or politicians who are spongers of society. An argument with electric cars. Jaguar has changed their logo. They are absolutely finished. They're bankrupt soon. But they're bought over by Indians anyway. Ford owned them for a while. Jaguar Land Rover has become a joke. I think, like John Prescott, they're dead. It was a woke sort of. And electric cars are a waste of time anyway. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Well, there's a whole load of reasons why electric cars are no fake news. So Jaguar is going to solely produce electric cars. Means that Jaguar, as a car manufacturer, is finished. They are not cars, they are stupid computers, which you wouldn't want. I've been in one, I was in one in London, a Jaguar electric car. No, you don't want one of them. So, it's a kiss of death for Jaguar, I would say. It could be planned. Wow, it's icy out there. So I think the fire's going well. Might as well get it going, It's cold outside. And we've got a lot of sticks to cut up, but I've got to try and I've got to watch I don't burn stuff that's not seasoned. It's a bit of a problem, so you've got to work out a bit of a conveyor belt. So I bought 2 Laird's Choice off Chamfleur Estates in August. It goes delivered in September. And so I've got to work it out, because I've only had this wood burner for a year now, so I've got to work out next June do I buy 3 loads. And I've picked up a lot of wood here, there and everywhere, which is out the back, but do I assume that I'm going to be able to do that all the time? I probably will be able to. Right, let's have a look at the Chunel update, see if there's anything worth looking at. Oh, it's starting to get hot. We'll leave it like that then now, I don't want to get too complacent with it. Sometimes I turn it down and it dies off. So I'm really needing the fire to spread to the kiln dried logs at the bottom. Yeah, so the fire lighting session's doing well. Right, so we've got a lot of stuff to go see. That's the stuff I got. I mean, it's probably not, I don't know, I brought it in here, but I've got so much junk in the house, but yeah, I'll need to stack it somewhere better than that, but maybe better not take any more in, or I'll end up not being able to move for wood. Might not be anything, I don't think there's going to be anything going on. No, nothing really. Oh, TFU doing. What the hell is that? You have to, like, what else? TFU doing. What does that mean? The fuck you doing? God. What the fuck you doing? What did I do with that? It's dumb, isn't it? It's dumb. So we don't want comments like that, no. We don't want comments like that. Right, what we've got, where's the 5392, so we've gained 2 overnight. It's coming along. It's coming along because it was 5386 and it's a couple of days ago. 6 we've gained. Oh yes. So I was arguing with some mad guy. There's a thing that they do, they want facts. Have you got facts? You know, Don't know what all that is about. This is a date here. So I says to this guy, this is not a court. So this guy, you make false claims, misinform, I'm calling you out for this. So I think I was wondering if this guy was a computer. So we'll just copy that and send it back to him. Because neither of us are listening to each other, if you know what I mean. Well, he's not listening to me. In a way, it is a court. I mean, you're totally wasting your time talking to that idiot. He says in a way it's a court. He thinks this is a court. I don't think he's got... I was wondering if he's AI. God, look at that nutter. Look at that in your void replying fields. They do that. There's a lot of them do that. Evidence, proof. So you can't have a meaningful debate with them. You've got to have... It is like being in a court. You know... So a waste of time. I mean, it's just as well just pasting stuff like that because you're not getting anywhere. It's not that you can go, oh yeah, that's right, maybe you've got a point or something. No. Right, so, oh, right, okay. That's my feed. I don't even know if I want to go into some of this because it's very contentious. If they are not... What are you talking about if they're not cleaner? Oh god. Electric cars. In Norway. So they banned ice cars. I mean, in Norway's a huge country and it's got a lot of water and it's got a lot of oil. They've made a lot of money off oil, but it's a huge country. So you go to the cities, they'll have electric cars, but you go up away up north, they won't have electric cars up there. They'll say they do, but they don't. Your average people, like normal average people like myself, with blonde hair and blue eyes, who make money doing things, are not going to use an electric car. It's just not. Yes, those were words. Yes, it's finished. So there it is there, Jaguar. The Jaguar brand is finished. Because it's went woke. Woke is not good. Personally thinking I mean, this is like a fanny, this guy, Ian Kerr. Despite me personally thinking electric cars aren't quite there yet, and not for me right now, I think that's like fanny sort of talk, isn't it? So saying nobody wants them is somewhat wide off the mark. They don't want them. I mean, am I going to consider buying an electric car? No. Am I stupid? No. Can I afford it? I don't want to answer that. That's private. Should I be able to afford it? Yes. It's just not. It's not even. It's fundamentally it would go against my principles to actually buy an electric car. Or what does that mean? Buy? I mean, they don't buy them, do they? They lease them. Those were words. What the hell does that mean? I mean, the thing somebody complained about yesterday. It was about sentence structure. I don't want to make excuses, but when you're sort of using phones to answer questions or comments, their sentence structure's not going to be ideal, and it's done quickly. So you know, if you're going to spend more time, you have to put it into a document, you know, and structure it better. But this is just sort of like coming out in my head, and it's not easy doing paragraphs on Facebook, but it is on YouTube, and that's why people don't really do. But I think the idea would be you shouldn't really write huge essays. You know, you should just write short comments. Wait and see. I mean, that's pathetic. This is just like dummies. The new concept car from the rear at least looks like an industrial heater. He's got their number. as for the boat logos, which Barmy ad agency was on crack that day. I mean, it's like, this guy's not very nice, is he? I really don't think they're that fussed by what a load of old lads on what's basically a fakey nostalgia page writing. It's not for me, but then it's not aimed at me, is it? So who is it aimed at then? The corporate elite? Is it aimed at green communists? You know, why is it not aimed at me? So it's because they want to keep ordinary people off the road. I mean, I could start arguing these guys are numpties, right? You know, it's actually quite soul destroying. I mean, cars and transport and food transport and what else was it? Heat. Well, energy. Look, the fire needs it needs something else putting in it. They're supposed to be for everyone, so that's the point. You know, they're not supposed to be for the elite. That's the whole point of it. That's what they're actually doing. They're you know, that's the ultimate aim, is that we stuck at home. You know, the thought that we can't even afford, well, I'm not even interested in buying a Jaguar. It's not that we're not interested, they don't make anything that we want. And it depends what you mean by it. He says old fuddy-duddies, but it's people that otherwise would have been in the market for that car. I think probably the problem with me is I go into these debates right to the jugular, and it upsets people. Probably is what the issue is. You know. Well, I was going to go to. I'm still considering going to Cumbernauld, but I haven't quite made up my mind. So we've got a lot of ice. We don't have any snow. Not outside anyway. Continue with some snow showers in northern Scotland. The showers across Northern Ireland, Wales, western parts of England will turn more to rain as we go through tomorrow, because slightly milder air is moving in. Again, for much of eastern England, a good chunk of the south, it'll be a dry day, much brighter day for South Wales and South West England compared to today, and it's a little bit milder as well. But for many, still feeling pretty cold tomorrow. Expect a warm front, moving from the kitchen right through to the rest of the house. Boxed boilers, sponsors of weather on GB News. So I think, my debating techniques are not good. I think I go in too hard. So all the assertions are bunged right in there, probably. But a lot of what's the point in messing around? Why don't you just go for it? You know, they're obviously like people, like mainstream people like that are all numpties anyway. I'm going to ask that guy, the guy about the Jaguar, who does he think that? Who is it aimed at? You know, if it's not aimed at us, ooh, if it's not aimed at us, who are they? Who are they aiming? Is he right? I'm going to ask that. So who are the so-called Jaguar cars aimed at? That's because I don't believe they're cars. I mean, who are they aimed at? Yeah, I got into a bit of a thing yesterday. What was that about British cars? That was a bit rough. You should get checked out for the possibility you might have a narcissistic personality disorder. It's like Nigel is why you despise him so much. You're looking at him and truly shocking. Well, it's the things that you said. It was like, I mean, from a psychological point of view, as much, so listen to him, Richard Kane. As much as I'm not a fan of electric vehicles, I'm equally not a fan of the self-serving reprobate. That's they're talking about Nigel Farage. Well, you know, that could describe politicians. They're self-serving reprobates. With regards to the woke thing, it's originally a slang term originally in the West Indies used to denote awareness of prejudice, social injustice. However, the term is most often these days used erroneously by brainouts to describe anything they disagree with, ranging from climate change right through to support marginalised people and just about anything in between. When they lack the intellect, so he's to be able to tell people exactly what it is or why they disagree with it. So he's already sort of dismissed people who are lesser than him about 4 times. 1, 2, 3. And he's talking about lack of intellect. So he obviously feels that he's got superior intellect. I mean, I've maybe had the temptation to do that, so that's me talking about myself now, that's narcissistic, but he's full of himself, isn't he? It's all there in this 3 paragraphs. In other words, like so many other great things, term has been hijacked when it's by right-wingers, right? So it's right-wingers. Now what it actually means, I've heard enough fellow poorly educated, so he's back again, poorly educated people that now believe, so he's well educated and he's above average intellect, taking some sort of meaning. So it's not that you can really. Yeah, so he answers me, yes, nearly as narcissistic as I attempt to gaslight people. Comedy gold indeed. On a side note, however, gaslighting is a tool used by those in the wrong. The argument's weak and indefensible position. I mean that's like so it's one thick people, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 times he's sort of raised himself above thick people or uneducated people. 4 times in that. We're talking about electric. Well, we're talking about what are we talking about? Electric EVs. We're talking about the Jaguar. A lot of these guys, they're sort of a lot of your sort of average English people. Some of them are just unbelievable. This guy started off by slagging off my sentence structure. Yeah. Writing basic sentence, something I learned as a child, he said. Oh, condescending. Yeah. So he says to me, it's science, they are not cars or computers, never mind the nonsense about tyranny laws or cellular satire, I just don't recognise it at first. It's time you did. Well, that's what woke means, actually. Ironically. You know, that's what woke means is awake. So you know, that's what woke means, awake. So aware. You know, it's a lot of like people. So that people like that are the types that are sitting there when they build a battery storage facility that's going to, or Grenfell Tower. They're the types.
By the Indians. But have a look at what the modern advertising industry have done. This is the new logo. I don't know what it stands for, do you? And the advert, showing some sort of almost non-human figures walking through a door without even showing cars. I'm not quite sure what they're saying or what they want to do. Strikes me as being another Bud Light moment. I predict Jaguar will now go bust. And do you know what? They deserve to. What is it with the modern advertising industry and big corporate? What is it with the modern advertising industry and big corporate companies? Think Jaguar.
I think he's right.
Think of the E-Type. Think
he's
of
right.
the powerful logo on the front of the car of Inspector Morse of a really great British. What is it with the modern advertising industry and big corporate companies? Think Jaguar. Think of the E-Type. Think of the power.
You know, he's right. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of Nigel Farage, but I don't dislike him like all of them people do. I think he's a politician, isn't he? So, from that point of view, some of the comments, disrespectful comments towards him are probably the sort of comments that describe politicians. So there you go, it's time I went. It's nearly half an hour this video's taken. Right, thanks for watching this video. Fire is going, it's going to be lovely and warm. I'm going to get sorted out. So on the agenda today we've got, am I going to Cumbernauld? Well, it opens at 10. It's probably... I'll just leave that. I need to get into the art studio soon, because I'm paying to heat the place. I haven't been in it. What else have I got to do? I'll sort out the electrical stuff that's here. It's on the cards. Got that telly going last night. It works really well. I've got to get on with things. And still got all that wood to cut up as well. I mean, that needs to be done. There's bloody scrap metal to sort out as well. Oh god, there's plenty to do. I just need to sit. Well, going to Cumbernauld would be a good jolly. And we could have a look and see what the ice is like. And we could go do a video somewhere. Where I'm getting a wee bit bored of Cumbernauld actually. But that's where that shop is up by that clothes, so I really need to get rid of that clothes. It probably cost me as much to get there as what I get for it, but it would get me into the Weatherspoons to go have breakfast. Not sure yet. I haven't made up my mind. I hate it when I do this. I need to be more assertive about my itinerary. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.